while I get my back into position to run the game. Should start the server.
Yeah, I should probably close this app now.
Yes. Stop playing games. Oh, yeah. And I told Will I'd send him that link. I should do it.
Yeah,
I don't think
play
you can.
games. You can't play games anymore.
No games.
I love those videos of like video games cause violence and people are like playing Animal Crossing or something.
I'll put this here within at will. There we go. I think he's not going to be able to watch it though. I think he's busy with family stuff, but I told him I would, so I did. Okay.
Oh yeah, characters.
For all little things. No, I don't want to look at the new things my Wi-Fi can do, Cox, because number one, I don't live in the coverage of your shitty Wi-Fi. Two, your shitty Wi-Fi is shitty. And three, I'm moving soon and you won't be my provider anymore.
Did we mention it was shitty?
Yeah. Cox. At least I'm not moving someone with Comcast. I have no idea if Xfinity is any good or not.
I think I have Xfinity. It is decent.
Okay. That's... I'm sorry?
I have that too. It's alright. It works.
Cool. Although I think my company's going to pay for me to get business class internet. Which is going to be amazing. I should...
Business class?
Yeah, because I have to work from home when I relocate, which means I need to be on calls all day. Which means I need an internet that can support that without going all finicky.
Yeah.
Which means business class. Business class internet is good. My mom incorporated so that you could get business class internet for her house because she didn't have decent internet until she got business class. It's great stuff. I don't think she needed to incorporate though. I think she was just able to do it if she wanted, but she didn't. So server's up. I see everyone is on board.
Yep.
I should get my conversion stats in because I still have those somewhere. Where are they?
Dude, my house flooded today.
Yours too?
Not because I'm praying or anything like that, though. So my mom's boyfriend was washing out a mug of coffee, and then his phone started ringing, so he left it in the sink, but it blocked the drain. So the water started pouring out, and it like dripped down to the first floor for like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, but he had a rough day anyway, so he's not. I don't blame him that badly. He got fired because of an accident that happened.
Ouchie.
This is bad luck with the pipes.
Excuse me.
I had a bunch of leaks before too, so the ceiling has like a giant crack in it.
Hey.
Okay, so that's there. That's good. Okay.
I'll be right back. I was like, someone knocking the door.
Let's review these capabilities. So I forget exactly where you were, Antonio. Did you go up the stairs or are you just at the foot?
I'm just at the foot of the stairs.
Okay. So then, does anyone want to do the previously?
We got to the goblin place. Started working our way in, and they alerted the rest of the goblins. And now we're separated.
And it didn't preserve initiative, so I'm going to need some new initiative.
New initiatives.
Initiative. Where are you? There you are. It got pretty crazy at the bathhouse.
Oh yeah. Well then, this is what we call a thing. Well, Turbo, you've dived behind this door and shut it. What do you do?
I'm going to stealth and start sneaking down the hallway.
I forget if you did you do the magic note last session?
No, I'll do that now then.
Okay.
I'll put the magic note on the door as the door stop.
Cool. And then you can move.
Go.
I need to get this map in my everything. I started just one step too soon. No, I book cooperate. I did not say jump to the last page, you stupid book. I want you to be where I can take a screenshot of this and have my references. There we go. That way I know where I'm supposed to be describing for you. So, you came on down there? Mm-hmm. Alright, there's a door. Do you have movement left? You do. You may attempt to open this door if you want.
I think for now I'll just see if it's locked.
It is not.
Peek inside?
That will be an action, so.
Alright, never mind.
The goblins come in towards where you were and see the bodies and shout in goblin, which I forget if any of you know.
Nope.
I only know common.
Okay. Also, you should not be able to see that. This is a collapsed hallway. There we go.
Like, this area right here is collapsed down.
Yep. I've blocked your vision. Donatium. Also, that goblin can't move yet. That goblin's still there. I think that's the right one. Yeah. So Donatium, you came running this way. You saw the goblins go in behind you. You can still hear goblins rousing throughout the place.
Turbo's not here, so perhaps if I just hide at this part of the staircase.
Alright. Oh, that goblin can get to where it was. Okay. Darbu.
Now I will peek into the room.
So, southeast corner of this room. Okay. Program cooperate. The southeast corner of this room is partially collapsed. Aside from the resulting rubble, this room appears to be empty. There's a door on the southwest wall.
I will step into the room and close the door behind me if I can.
Okay. Also, I fucked that up. Okay. So you step in and close the door. Skirmishers do their thing. Donatium.
Come on, Turbo, where are you? Gonna spend another round reading.
Turvu,
Mhm.
make a perception check.
Alright.
You can hear the chittering of some goblins, and another voice in goblin, much deeper, goes Udakar, Gadungamenda, Bundasta. And you can hear a banging on that door. What do?
I'll walk to this door and peek on it.
Okay. That door is also not locked. Beyond it is another little hallway. What do you do?
I'll step in here and close the door behind me again.
Okay. There's some goblin squeakies. Tonatium.
Yeah. It's not coming. That means he might have been captured or he went further in. Gonna have to save him, aren't I? I'm gonna stealth.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I think, yeah, I can only move half my speed stealthing without penalty.
Okay. You can make a second move action.
Okay.
Yeah. You can move one more square. Okay. So in that position, you can actually see something. And it might be able to see you.
Uh-oh.
So you can see something in the corner here, banging at the door. It doesn't look like it's trying to break it down. It looks like it's banging on the door while it's lecturing someone that you can't see. It's a tall, gray-skinned creature that looks goblinoid, with two long, sparkling fangs. And as you turn, it turns to look at you, points a finger directly at you and says, Atsukara.
Uh-oh.
So, come on. Which one are you? So this goblin goes over here, but being a goblin, it does not immediately see you. So, just need to verify that this is what I think it is. Yes, it is. It's the exact same stat block. I don't know why they made a duplicate. So where are you? Ah, I lost him. There he is. Okay. And it comes in here, and it looks, and it looks, and it comes in here again, going, Uta tractor coton ketanta. And the creature growls and just looks straight at you, Tonatium, and says, I'll let them find you and rend you flesh from bone as he dissolves into a green gas and floats under the door.
Oh no.
I don't know. He circumnavigated my amazing strat.
What's his speed when he does this? Oh. Okay. So it's... that. Turvu, you heard the voice say, "I will let them rend you flesh from bone." What do you do?
I'm gonna open the door next to, peek in.
Which door?
Yep.
Which door?
The one next to.
The one you're next to?
Yeah, the one I just closed behind me.
Okay, I need to find an image of what this will look like. Something like this. There you go.
Oh.
You can see something that looks like a greenish gas right there. And as you look at it, it looks at you. Two glowing red eyes shimmer from within the gas.
Oh, didn't have to try to see me.
What was your check?
25.
Oh, we can actually fail that. Yes, it does. Oh, it doesn't have that. So, that's 21. It still fails.
Sweet.
That's the lowest it can roll. 21.
Well, the lowest I can roll is 21. Jesus Christ.
Huh.
So yeah, it doesn't see you. You see this, you crack it open, you see this gas. What do you do?
I start sneaking my way around it.
Okay. This one comes in and also does not notice Tonatium and goes, Tonatium. Crouching there in plain sight, completely unseen by these goblins.
5-foot shift. And I think that'd be the best. Okay. I'm gonna birdie hands.
Okay, they are flat-footed against you, so they do not get reflex saves.
Take 12 fire damage.
Nice job.
Are they down?
They are down. They are down and on fire. Meow, motherfucker, says Twig.
Yep. Twig's gonna get down and finish them off.
So, this one comes through here, past the door. You can see the gas flow to the door and slide through the cracks underneath it. And then you can hear a voice say on the far end of that wall, say some other goblin voices. Turvu.
I'm gonna open that door and walk through it and close it back behind me.
Okay. Donatium.
Yep. Gonna shift and coup de grace, Thomas Skirmisher with the dagger.
Okay. Twig.
Yes. Yeah, he'll also participate in this.
Okay. Twig already murdered one, you said.
Okay. Then Twig will climb back on to Tonatium.
Okay. Turvu. That green gas floats back out from under that door past you.
Still doesn't notice me. Barely does not notice me. I am solid snaking this bitch.
And as it does and comes into this hallway, it solidifies into the form of a tall man-sized goblinoid creature with black flesh, wearing black leather armor. And he cocks his head and goes, "I know you're in here, precious. I can smell your soul." Turvu. He is currently blocking that hallway.
What kind of an action would it be to dispel the solid note?
Swift.
I'm gonna duck into this corridor right over here and dispel the solid note. No, really not. Is this part
No,
caved into?
just the black area.
I'm gonna duck right here and dispel the solid note.
Donatium.
Okay. Oh. I'll double move to this door.
Okay.
But not opening it yet.
Then he chuckles. You think you can escape from me that easily, invisible fool? As he walks up to this door and yoinks it open.
Uh-oh.
He goes, "You? Those idiots couldn't handle you. Help me," he says, making eye contact with you.
Oh no.
Please make a will save.
Would you say this is a fear, death, insanity, or confusion effect?
No,
Nope. Okay. In that case,
this is a compulsion mind affecting. You feel its eyes peer into your soul. You feel your mind longing to comply with this creature's wishes, and you go, "Not today, bitch." And at the same time, he scoffs, "Worthy blood." Turvu.
Sneaky. And arcane striking stabby.
Okay.
What's flanking?
Okay.
TM's there.
He's flat-footed.
Sadly, I'm not a rogue yet. That's a quick one.
It is. It is not a confirmation.
Sadly.
And your weapon is just magic right now, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you strike a blow directly in between chinks of the armor, and when you make contact with its flesh, it's like trying to stab a wall, and the force juts back through your arm. Tonatium.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound like something a bugbear should be able to endure.
A bugbear with long white fangs and glowing red eyes.
Knowledge. Vampires fall into room. What am I saying? I don't know if it's a vampire or not. Looks like one, but knowledge religion.
There's a vampire.
Shit.
Damage resistance 10. 10 overcome by magic and silver. Not magic or, magic and. High channel resistance. Immune to a lot of stuff. Resistant to cold and electricity. Able to suck the blood. Become bats and wolves and gas. Control the minds of the weak-willed. And notoriously hard to keep dead. And you're looking straight in the eye with it, and it has a little grin on its face.
We're in trouble. 5-foot shift and put up the horn immediately. Twig, defend.
So Twig hops down to defend.
Yep.
We don't have a vampire cat.
Drakthar turns to you, Tervu. You might not be. You have a magic sword. Assist me. Please make a will save.
We see exactly what my thing has negatives against. Well, just madness, insanity, and sleep, so that doesn't count. So it's just my normal -1 from Dream Haunted.
You make it.
I don't know, bitch.
Tervu.
I'm gonna start dancing with inspire courage.
Yay, everyone who can see you, which is currently no allies, is affected.
I'm affected.
Donatium.
Let's see, let's set that for later. Let's try to see if we can get him down with magic. Wand of magic missiles! Pew pew pew!
As you hit him, flashes of burning hit him, and he goes, "Ah!" and flinches away.
Twig. Take a full defense action against Drakthar.
Drakthar will turn to you and just go, "That is not tolerable," and will just barrel right through Twig, provoking attack of opportunity.
Maybe we'll take the attack.
Nope. Nope. And he just comes right up. to Tonatium and attempts to grab him.
Uh-oh.
Tonatium is now grappled. Thurvu.
I'm gonna step forward, and I'm gonna arcane strike him while maintaining my dance.
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
Tonatium. He's got a hold of you, but he hasn't pinned you to the ground or anything.
How does a sun rod work again?
A sun rod's like a glow stick.
Oh. Oh, I have that. Oh god, I have that. I rolled that. Is counterintuitive.
What is it?
I have a thunderstone. I don't know if I should use it.
Noise.
That would be a horrible idea.
I can't break. I don't think I can break free.
Nope, you can still do one-handed stuff.
Like point a wand at him and blast his face?
Yes.
Thunder magic missile!
So, as you point the wand at him and blow his face, he almost explodes in a burst of green gas. Twig.
I don't think Pig likes that. Crap. I can't click on Twig. Can I just say Twig gets back onto Tonatium?
Yeah. And the voice goes, I will feast upon you, as it goes. And begins to drift slowly away around this corner. Turbo.
I'm gonna, walk over this way and pick up my star knives that I threw over here.
Okay.
And then, we should get out of here.
We gotta deal with that.
We can deal with that later. We need to get the fuck out of here right now. We need to prepare.
And you can hear the goblins beginning to have almost finished rousing.
Fine. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we book it.
Okay, you book it. Out of the cavern, out of this dungeon, up the stairs. To grandmother's house you go.
Yep, do not die.
You gonna do anything back at the bathhouse?
That's right. We did kill a guy. Granted, he was possessed, but
He's not dead.
he's not dead.
He's still with us.
He's still unconscious. You only beat the guy almost to death.
Yeah.
Oh.
The well-respected
Well,
member of the
should we do?
community.
Well, if we just leave him here, he might just get possessed again.
Yeah. It would be a terrible thing if a well-respected member of the community who'd seen your faces might wake up and have a grudge. What do you do?
Oh man, I just realized I need to collect those burnt goblin ears.
I forget. We'll collect them later. I have no idea what we should do with the Oracle.
I mean, he was possessed. Maybe he'll see the reason if we wake him up.
Can you wake him up? Because I sure can't.
Let's see.
I am all out of spells.
No, I got nothing. Except for a skull of bleed, but I don't think that's the correct answer we're looking
That does
for.
not help.
Yeah, it might help. Depending on what your goal was.
That does not wake him up. That puts him into a deeper sleep.
Yeah. If only, yep, well, you've got an unconscious Aurak and a bunch of dead goblins.
We could turn him in.
Yeah. Tell the guards, say the goblins are coming from this place, and say something about him being behind there or something.
Is that what you wish to do?
Yes?
Are you sure?
I don't know.
What are we gonna do, kidnap him?
Is that what you want to do?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
We're licensed adventurers. We can uphold the law.
Are you sure?
I mean,
I need to
Probably.
adjust my fan. Give me one moment.
Okay, so what exactly should we do?
I don't fucking know. Kids being an ass.
No, he's just doing that thing where he asks too many questions and it breaks their brain.
Yeah. AKA an asshole.
Also, let's think about this rationally. If we just leave him then and there, there's a chance he'll get possessed, and there's a chance he won't be able to process what happens.
Yeah. If we kidnap him, there's a chance we're going to get arrested.
Is the fan too loud?
No, I didn't
No.
hear it. Didn't even hear it before.
Okay.
And if we turn into the guards, there's a chance they don't believe us.
What if we just put him into bed and watch over him?
What are we gonna do if Draxlar shows back up again?
I don't know. I could just fireball him or blast him more with the wand. I don't know.
We obviously can't kill him at this moment.
Do you know how to kill a vampire?
No.
All I know is that they're very hard to kill.
Specifically, you know that when you kill them, they become gas. And that gas floats back to their hidden coffin. Where, unless one drives a stake through their heart within the next few hours, they reconstitute back at full power.
So we just gotta reach him and then stab him, right?
Before he reconstitutes. In a matter of hours.
Yeah.
Or we could prepare and murder him again, and then stake him.
He probably was gonna have a counter to the wand, though.
Debatable. Plus, I'll have magic. Do vampires
And then
heal
there's
the
a
undead?
chance that he could just possess him again.
Yeah, if we leave him here. But if we stay here, the Draxar might rise back up and attack us again. So, I'm thinking the best bet, we take Korak to the guards and explain the situation.
Fine. But only because this is probably bloodshed.
Okay. So, in the early morning, you take Orak, and you take anything else?
A lot of the goblins, just for proof.
Okay, so you take Orak and a goblin to the guards. So, where are the guards? What location are they? They are location number 6. So, that's a long way around town.
Can't we just... I thought there would be guards on patrol.
There are. Do you want to try and flag one down, or do you want to take them to the guards proper?
Yeah, just take it to the guards.
Just take it to the guards.
So you guys can do that. A few people at night kind of look at you as you're dragging a couple of bodies through the street. But by the time the guards show up to investigate the requests, you're already gone. But as kind of a result, when you arrive at the guardhouse, you can see a number of guards are beginning to suit up in armor and weaponry, and there's a hustle and bustle running along, people yawning and lighting torches.
You found where the goblins are coming from?
They turn to you and say, "We don't know what there's about goblins, but there have been reports around town of a couple of people dragging dead bodies through the street. And we've had a number of reports. We're concerned it may be some sort of gang activity."
Nope, not gang. We're adventurers.
He stops, he sees the two, and he goes, "Oh. Well. Why didn't you just flag down the guard patrol?" "It's a false alarm, everyone. Go back to sleep if you can." So, who are you?
Tonatium, and this is Turvu.
Tonatium. Turvu. Yes. And what's going on?
Warwick Stonehaven was being possessed by a vampire. We managed to drive the vampire back to his resting place, but this guy needs his place to stay in case he gets possessed again.
And around this time, Skellering shows up. Yes. I've heard about the reports of some sort of blatant criminals dragging bodies through the streets. Mr. Tonatium, Mr. Turvu, a dead goblin, and an unconscious Oryx Stonehaven. You're the troublemakers dragging bodies through the streets, aren't you?
Hopefully the goblin's dead.
I see. So what's going on? I'll take it from here, sir.
Well, we were investigating the goblins, and we got a tip off that they were coming from the bathhouse. So when we went to check at night, we saw them come out the front door. So we took care of them, walked inside. That's where Orak attacked us. It turns out he was being possessed by a vampire.
I beg your pardon?
The bugbear vampire is under the bathhouse.
Yeah, that.
Would you make a diplomacy check?
I'll certainly try. Here's my diplomacy. I like this.
He looks at Tonatium and goes, "Seriously?
100% serious.
Oh no.
I
I'm sure
really
you're...
wish I was just jesting.
Are you sure you're up for it? A
We
vampire?
kind of went in there kind of weekend, but I'm sure after some rest and possibly protection from possession, we should be ready to go. I just need to re-prepare my spells, and I should have something that could help us.
Okay. There's no shame in saying you can't. I can always call the Stormblades from their current assignment, have them give you backup.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're new adventurers. We need a chance to prove ourselves.
That would sound lovely, to be honest, but...
Well, I'm going to expect daily reports. If I don't hear from you by sunrise each morning, I'll assume the worst. Send in the Stormblades.
Fair enough.
A vampire cannot be allowed to start spreading its spawn under Cauldron.
Of course.
Thank you. I'll make sure that Orak gets the attention he deserves.
Sir.
Next time, flag down a guard.
Yes, sir.
They'll probably arrest you, but it'll cause less uproar.
Alright, gotta reprepare this spell.
So I take it you're going back to your place to rest?
Yep.
Are you going back to your place to rest?
I don't know. Our house is fairly close to the rat house.
It'll be fine. Get an alarm.
So it's about sunrise now. Are you going to sleep the day away?
Vampires shouldn't get us in the sunlight, right?
Correct.
Shouldn't.
Correct.
Alright, let's keep next. Let's keep next to the mask.
And two shall sleep next to the mask. Be safe.
Welcome to Jadaroon. Welcome to Jadaroon. Then you all sleep nicely through the day. And you awaken shortly after sundown.
Alright, so...
Hey, come in. You want to take some time to finish that wand?
Do you intend to spend some time finishing that wand this evening?
I
One
guess
guess
I
I
could,
would that bloody helpful.
I guess I could do that. Usually spellcraft check.
Okay, while you're working, there's a knock on your shop door.
Jeremy, can you go get that?
I will go answer the door.
Let me make a quick token here. We're going to be up at your house. So there you go. So when you open the door, there's an elven woman in nice but not terribly gaudy clothing with glasses, sitting there. She cocks her head and looks at you. Are you he? Are you he? No, you're not he. And she attempts to push past you to walk into the shop.
Hold on, who are you?
Okay, so you will not permit her, huh? That's fine. Come. Okay, keyboard, behave. 10 does not beat your CMD, does it?
No, my CMD is 15.
So, as you hold her off, she keeps trying to push through, going, I need to find him. She looks back above you to Tonatium, working apparently at that shelf. Is that where you want to be working, Antonio?
I think I'd be more in, like, my room or something.
Okay, so you're up working in your room. Then she would be like, I need to meet with him. I don't see him. I need to find him. I need to find the worthy blood. Let me in to find the worthy blood. Master demands it. Her eyes are wild and they glint green.
This is not good. Can I just let him close the door on her face?
Do you attempt to?
Yes.
Please make a combat maneuver check. You shut the door in her face.
Well, I'll lock it.
You can hear a shriek of rage as she starts banging impotently on the door. Let me in! Master demands it! Donatium, you can clearly hear this from outside. She takes a breath. Okay. Looks up and attempts to do something incredibly stupid.
I have a feeling I know what that incredibly stupid thing is.
Climb the wall, probably.
Master, I'll make it, master. Thunk, thunk. She gets halfway up and then falls.
Okay, can you go look for me, please?
Okay.
Can you go look over the balcony?
You can see her, right?
Yeah, Twig should be able to see her from the balcony.
Can you see her token?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you could. I just wanted to validate. Yeah, you can see her lying down and she stands up. She goes back and tries the door. Did you lock the door, Turvu?
Yes, I locked the door.
Okay. She takes a breath, opens up a pouch at her side, flipping through it. Yes. And she takes a vial and pours it on the door. Turvu, the door's on fire.
That's not good.
We have a situation here. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? The door is on fire. What?
Wow, I don't think I have spells that can put out fires, so...
So I think this is initiative now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that should be a 9. I mean a 7.
She goes, yes. Also, I should put the fire here.
I don't know, Dad.
So she actually doesn't do anything but go. We'll wait, and then Master will let us find her. Turvu.
I'm gonna take a step. I'm gonna start heading upstairs, yelling for Donatium.
Donatium.
Come on!
You can see over the balcony this elven woman just folding her hands, watching the fire on your door.
Oh dear.
What do you do?
That's what I should have done. I should have prepared a drench. That could have worked. Or is that actually casting? I can't remember. Either way, this isn't good.
So, She receives another order. And she fails. She goes, yes, of course, yes. And she crunches her shoulder and attempts to ram the burning door. Which is going to do... And then the fire for this round. And I need to check the objects so I can see how many hit points your door has. Okay, so yeah, oh, there's actually a break DC, okay. So I'll do that. Boom! She bursts through. She has to make a reflex save to not catch on fire. Which she succeeds. Where is he? Turvu.
Gonna arcane strike, throw a star knife at her.
Okay.
Turvu has had enough. Oh, I crit failed.
Wop, pop, pop, da, 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 da.
Like you need another spell crit fail.
It's technically not a spell. It just makes my weapon magical.
Yep. Give me your D52 plus 6. The last one.
I rolled max. I wish I rolled
Your
nine.
shot ricochets off of the wall behind her and hits you squarely in the eyes.
I'll catch it.
Oh!
You catch
So
it.
wait, she's behind, but wait, she's through a burning door. That's no longer there.
It doesn't matter. I can catch it.
Yes. So you are not blinded.
Oh, thank goodness.
You do not gouge your own eyes out with your own weapon.
Do you know how many times I've gotten something similar? More than once.
So when I use Snatch Arrow, I can throw it back. Is that going to get another chance to throw it?
Sure. You won't be able to snatch again, so if you crit fail again, it's going to hit you in the eyes.
Well, I didn't crit though.
Nope. You throw it back, and this time it sticks in the door. Donatium.
I'm going to detect magic. Let's see if there's like an effect on this woman.
You detect an enchantment.
I know what must be done.
Okay?
What am I doing?
Oh, hey, Will showed up to listen.
Yay.
Hey, Will.
Yay.
If you decide to chat, you will be broadcast permanently to the internet. If you decide to type, we probably won't notice immediately because... Well, I won't notice immediately because I have a bazillion windows open. So yeah.
My turn went horribly.
So yeah. So that's all you're going to do, Tonatium, is you're going to detect that magic and go, welp, I know what I got to do.
Yep.
She will... The elven woman will stare down you, Teru, going, I need to find him. The master gave me his description. He lives here. Where is he? Where is he? And she grabs your shoulders, Teru, and starts... Or she tries to grab your shoulders and shake you like a mad woman.
Yeah, she grabs my shoulders.
Where is he? Donatium. Teru.
The Arcane Striker.
Well, that will hit.
I don't know.
For mid damage. Yay, disabled.
Tonatium.
No, I'm gonna double move to get down the stairs.
Okay. Do you want to open the door into the main room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get down there just in time to see Turvu stab the woman.
Ah, dear.
As some blood runs down, she looks past Turvu at Tonatium and goes, "You, Master said to give it to you." And she starts walking past Turvu, provoking an attack of opportunity.
I can't take out the punch, and I'm not going to take it now. I don't want to kill her.
She limps through, reaching out to Turvu, not to Turvu, to Tonatium, with something silver wrapped in black cloth before she collapses unconscious from the exertion.
Oh, dear.
Turvu went and stabbed a mind-controlled elven shopkeeper.
I didn't know that image.
I'm sorry? I didn't hear you.
Now what did you say? Or was it just me?
They were talking about you.
Oh. I was just going, what the heck at this thing she gave me.
So, it's going to be this. But instead of being as I placed it, it's carved out of silver.
That's not ominous at all. Exactly is that.
It's a skull mounted on a... It's a skull and a sickle mounted on a cross.
Appraisal.
This thing's probably worth about 50 gold. It's very fine craftsmanship.
Knowledge religion.
This is an unholy symbol of Nerul. Nerul, if you have forgotten, in this world is the god of death. But there are two gods of death in this world. There's Ouijas, who's a goddess of natural death, of necromancers, of the people who ease the suffering of the ill at their times of hospice. And there's Nerul. Nerul is the god of death from whence death originates. The god who loathes and despises all life and wishes to see it snuffed out.
And she gave me this.
Her master told her to give you that.
Why?
Start putting out the fire.
Yeah, the fire can be put out fairly easily. It's not a very strong fire.
Is the magic still there?
The magic is still there, yes.
I guess I could properly check what spell it is.
You don't know.
Harvard, do you have any idea what this is?
Nope.
The spell is.
I'm not trained. I don't have a single rank in Spellcraft.
Oh dear. Well, maybe if I, she may be unconscious. Perhaps I could see what her thoughts are. What's going on there? I shall use my spell-like ability, Read Thoughts.
So at first, you hear thoughts like, Drakthar is dead, long live Drakthar. Master commands, find Tonatium. Master commands, Master commands, Master sees you. Is that you, worthy blood?
Uh-oh.
Please make a will save.
Ah, crap. I walked into that one, didn't I?
Yep. I think it's wise to read the mind of a mind-controlled person.
So as you pull your mind back, you can hear him, you can hear that voice go, "You are so strong. Your blood will taste like heaven's nectar after what I've had to subsist upon. Perhaps I'll even let you join me in eternity."
What is it? Everyone lusting over me.
I don't know. I didn't intend it.
As I say in safe, throw this unholy symbol against the ground.
So you disrespect the holy symbol of a greater deity.
That's how you die.
Okay, nothing happens.
Nothing happened. Just what was the point of bringing me that?
Actually, you would know that those are generally given as death threats. There's not any real magical power behind it, but a lot of people who don't know magic think that it's a sort of death curse to give someone Nehrul's amulet.
And I just carelessly threw it against the floor in a fit of anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sure hope that Nehrul isn't the sort of god that will notice that and be vengeful and wish to destroy all life.
Yeah.
He already wants to do that.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm sure dead gods are pretty chill dudes if you get to know them. Sure I do.
Oh yeah, that's it. Is her spell, is the enchantment spell still up?
Yes, it will last for an unknown amount of time.
Might as well break it. Just spell magic.
It is broken. She is now a regular, unconscious shopkeeper.
There, I have freed the influence from her mind.
Yeah. In that case, if you finish up that wand, I'll use it on her.
Come on, Twig. Put her on the bed so she can rest.
I will put her on the bed.
Yay. Strange elven woman's gonna wake up in a strange man's bedroom.
With another strange man. An even stranger man, to be fair.
Oh god. You finish the wand, no problem.
Yay! And my wand cure light wounds from level 5 casting. Which I will then use my first charge on her.
Yay. She's fully healed. She wakes up with a start. Ah! Who are you? Where am I? What have you done with me?
Alright, you're alright. We just found you unconscious in front of my shop.
I was closing up my bookstore this evening when there was these glowing eyes. Oh dear. What have I done?
Nothing much, just apparently burned the front door of my shop.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry. You're you. You're Tonatium. I swear I meant no offense. I hope, please, do not sacrifice me to your dark Olmec gods.
We're just sitting in the corner chuckling.
And a demon. I'm in the room with an Olmec savage and a demon.
Aren't you my tiefling? Thank you very much. I am not a demon.
Yeah, he looks more like a devil, to be honest.
What are you going to do with me?
No, let you go. You're awake. Get on my bed.
She nods and hurries out of here. Yes, of course. Never to be seen again. Unless you decide to track her down at some point in the future.
The door.
And as Kirby follows to GM downstairs, she's gonna go, why do all the people lust after you? First you have Jill,
No.
vampire.
You don't think you can repair it like this, can you?
Is the door damaged, or is it broken, or just slightly damaged?
It's
She
kind of in two
battery
pieces.
rammed-
Yeah.
She battery rammed against it.
There's pretty much two. There's pretty much two chunks. There's the part by the hinges and the rest of the door, and the rest of the door is lying on the ground.
I don't think mending's gonna fix that now, is it?
Is it the first level spell or the 0?
The 0 level spell. The
No.
cantrip.
You'll need make whole or carpentry.
I don't have either of this.
Well then, no, you cannot fix the door. I'm sorry.
Do we have any glue?
No, we have solvent, but we don't have glue.
Oh, we don't have the other part.
No, you didn't think to harvest any glue from the mimic.
We'll get some glue later and patch it up.
Give me a second, I can... It might not be the best fit, but... I'm gonna take some time to unhinge the door. So I can just replace it with this one. It'll be like oddly mismatched. I'm not even sure if it's the right one.
Sure. Let me readjust this map. We can make that work. Need to move that. There we go. All of this to do something that the people viewing will never see.
You have a wheel C kit.
Yes. There's the open door. Hello?
Unfortunately, that was my only use of the spell magic.
Kirby can turn it down, DM. I have a question.
Yes?
Do vampires act like undead when it comes to being hit by healing spells?
Vampires are undead.
Vampires are undead, but vampires are awfully stronger. They're more likely to like have some resistance against it. So it can still harm him. It just wouldn't be as effective as it would a skeleton or a zombie or a ghoul.
And you're gonna need a stake.
I'm gonna take that one chunk from the wood and like,
Carve it into a stake.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try breaking it until we get something that resembles a stake.
I have cracked weapon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Congratulations, you now each have a wooden stake. They deal 1d4 damage.
And I could juggle it. I have other weapons.
But yes, I have no more uses of the spell magic for this rest period, so if one of us happens to get possessed, tough shit.
The worst that could happen.
Flash forward to the worst that can happen.
Probably me killing Jonah Jam, if we're being honest.
Yeah. One moment, I have to do a spirit. There's a spoiler image I have to do now for like the worst that can happen. Give me a moment. And then I'm going to have to redo that map. But what's the worst that can happen?
Moving on, since he wants you, it's probably going to be you killing me.
Well, I have hiccups and it's triggering some acid reflux, so I'm already halfway there.
Oh, giant fire-breathing dragon burning the city. For some reason.
That'll never be anything you have to worry about.
Totally not.
Totally.
Just remember that you still gotta avert that one other thing. Eventually.
It's a good thing you don't know the chosen one.
I'm sorry?
It's a good thing you don't know the chosen one.
Do you even know you're the chosen one?
I mean, he was talking about dreams of angels and shit, that's what Terru has all the time. Terru hasn't told you a single thing, so you wouldn't know, but Terru would.
That's right. You guys had a sleep.
Yeah, did I dream?
I need to check to see if there's a new dream for you. Come on. Where is it? I've lost my dreams in the time that I've been there. Okay. There we go.
Big dragon.
The landscape around you is beautiful. White, cloud-like hills, a sparkling twilight lake, and a gold and ivory cathedral. A sweet, gentle wind carries the song of heaven through the air. Looking upwards, you see the sky above you is a heartbreaking blue, spotted with silver-lined clouds. Part of your heart swells with peace and joy, but another part feels increasingly sickened by your surroundings. Suddenly the peace is broken. A tangible wave of deafening noise strikes you, the echoes of an epic battle ringing loudly in your ears. You follow the noise and fly towards the edge of a cliff face and gaze down into the valley below. Two great armies fight with spectacular magic and awesome might. One army is breathtakingly beautiful. White-winged angels sound mighty horns. Balls of light dart above the battle, firing rays of power. Majestic, hound-headed soldiers wield great swords, while beautiful, blue-skinned angels lay waste to their enemies with a wave of their hands. The second army is as horrifically ugly as the first is beautiful. Skeletal demons fight with flaming scythes and scorpion tails. Huge boar-like demons barrel through their enemies, ripping with bloody mauls. Snake-tailed women with 6 whirling weapons cut a path through the angel ranks, while great horned demons strike out from above the battle with flaming whips and dark swords. Standing at the rear of the demonic army is a Chipitus, a creature of colossal proportions. The howling demons at his feet seem like rats compared to his epic size. Dark smoke and flame pour from the demonic general's eyes, and 4 gigantic, white, feathery, snake-like appendages writhe from his back as he roars in anger at the army before him. As you watch, Chipitus holds one hand open, creating a massive, black, smoking ball of flame, and hurls it into the celestial ranks, consuming hundreds of screaming angels. You mentally command your reserve forces to attack and complete the conquest. Howls of horror echo down from the high above the valley, heralding the approach of thousands more demons. The new demons pour down either side of the valley walls, screaming with bloodlust, keen to taste victory. You watch as the angelic army valiantly fights on with a sense of pity, only prolonging their inevitable destruction. High in the sky, you hear a single horn sound, a perfect note piercing the terror and calming the tide of panic. You turn your attention upwards and see the clouds part, and a great column of light pours down onto the battlefield. Diving from the clouds and through the light, a golden angel flies downward towards the conflict. You know its name, Hallowen. As one, the angelic army drops to their knees, oblivious to their demonic enemies. The demons stand confused and look upwards. High above, the golden angel slowly places a crystal trumpet to her lips. You quickly take to the air, desperate to get to her before she can sound the horn and make the ultimate sacrifice, but you know in your heart you are too late. A note of sorrow sounds softly at first, and then the note escalates, and an immense wave of light blasts outward from the trumpet, consuming the angel and blasting the battlefield with holy power. The ground itself shakes as the note and light continues, and the cloud-like ground behind you begins to tear and rip, forming an expanding crack. Occipitus roars in disbelief and pain before tumbling dead to the ground. You watch helplessly as the crack turns into a chasm, and the chunk of land where the battle has raged is torn from the heavens. And as the land drops, you feel yourself falling. The infinite distance from heaven into the infinite depths of the abyss. That's a good dream, eh?
I'll be right back real quick.
Antonio had to wait for me to finish reading the dream before going to the bathroom. They're good dreams. I wish I wrote them. They were written by some anonymous person back in like 2002. And this time you awaken maybe in less horror, maybe in more, depending on how your character deals with that sort of existential thing.
I don't know.
Do you find the concept of almost reaching your goals, to have them snatched away from you, to be cast from the highest heights of heaven to the deepest pits of despair in an instant, more or less terrifying than being consumed from the inside out by demonic monsters?
I don't know. They're both pretty horrifying. Maybe equal.
Sorry that I missed out on the last bit of the dream.
You didn't. I was just trying to get Tervu's response to the dream. Perhaps this is more of a cold sweat awakening than a screaming in terror?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So that was before the elf.
Yeah.
And with this hanging over you, perhaps your excessive violence against the elven woman makes more sense.
It wasn't that excessive.
It was kind of excessive.
I mean, pushing me down, burning your door, breaking it open, and trying to look for you for something that I'm not sure why. Well, it's like stabbing her is a pretty non-excessive thing to do.
Either way, should we go tonight or should we wait till tomorrow?
Well, if we wait, he might possess more people.
This is gonna suck. Alright. Let's get going. No doubt they're already in line somewhere waiting for us.
Bum, to Drakthar's way. Should I show the map tool now? I should have showed the map tool probably this entire time. There we go. Since I know that you guys don't watch it. So. You arrived there and are going to be able to head down. So, what do you do?
I'm privileged going to stealth. Horribly.
Okay.
He's gonna draw a star knife in one hand and his wand in the other.
Okay.
Walk down the stairs, I guess.
And as you step down the stairs, the goblin that heard you coming just looks at you, holds out a hand, and then goes, "You don't have the markings." In common. And that gives you a chance to make initiative, Turvu. So, TM, you're at the end of initiative because you're unaware. Okay. So, Turvu, this guy pointed that skull staff at you and went, "Wait, you don't have the markings. You're not him." What do you do?
Step back. Arcane strike, throw a star knife at him.
That will hit. He says, "That means he doesn't want you alive." And he points his staff at you and goes, "Burn!" and shouts, "Burn!" Does 24 touch Turvu?
Yeah, I'll watch.
13 fire damage.
So that would be 8 fire damage. 5 fire resist.
As a ray of fire just comes out of that staff, burning into you like daylight.
Oh wow.
And this rat dives towards you, shuddering along the floor. Does 23 bite you?
Yes, it does.
Wow, you are not. It's not your day today.
I am not Dora, okay?
You
I received 16.
will take 1 damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
I'm immune to diseases.
You do not need to make a fortitude save.
1, 2, I see the rat. I'm gonna use a wand of magic missile it.
Okay.
Boom!
That's a dead rat.
And I'm gonna stick a twig on it.
Um,
Oh.
That is a rat.
there is no rat anymore. There's just a pile of gibbets.
Oh, was
Literally
it?
just 3 like missiles of force straight to that rat. Okay, it is dead.
Oh. In that case, twig will do nothing.
Turvu, the rat explodes. This goblin's eyes widen.
Arcane strike throw.
That hits. The goblin pants a little and plucks a translucent potion from its belt and drinks it. You hear the pattering of footsteps. Donatium.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step over here, put up the barrier, tell Twig to go look in the direction where Terry was throwing. And of course, Kitty Cat will see nothing.
Turvu.
We're gonna take 2 steps forward and pick up a star next.
Donatium.
Huh. I don't see anything.
I think
Guess
that
I'll
works.
stealth.
Okay, so you start sneaking.
Twig will also stealth.
Turvu.
Ooh, starts taking again.
Okay.
Move into this room over here.
So you hear, you may make perception checks. You don't automatically hear this, but you may both make perception checks. Tonatium, you can hear from down this hallway along the door, which gives you just enough time to see the goblin shimmer into existence as it goes Hanenbandos Hazavaz. And well, before that, I need you to make a will save, Tonatium.
Again. Let's see. It's well, would this be a fear or death, insanity, or confusion?
It's a sleep. You do not fall asleep.
Like I didn't do that on me.
Oh, okay. We're on time. Pew pew.
Completely negating that potion of Cure Light Wounds.
This is a very sturdy goblin.
Trig is 30 feet. That's 45. Trig is gonna charge.
Why are you sending your cat to charge?
Cuz.
Trick might die.
That hits.
Minutes.
Yep.
I forgot, was there a bonus to damage when it's for a charge?
+2.
Plus 2?
Yeah, plus you can both hit and damage.
72 minus 4 plus. No, whoops. I messed that up. Minimum damage.
What?
Boom. Turvu.
I'm gonna use my wand to cure light wounds on myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna step back out into the hallway again. This is why I thought it was a bad idea to send Twig out to kill the goblin. He knocked on the door.
Goblin opens the door, goes inside. Donatium.
Oh, we'll command Twig to come back here.
Okay. The Twig can see the goblin. And sees nothing but the goblin.
Double move. Climb up. Only one goblin in the room, I believe.
Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, maybe 2. Okay, technically I was right that there was at least one goblin.
Now this is just getting a bit out of hand.
If only that one spell worked the way it did. I wanted to.
So these goblins all move once. These goblins in the front move a second time, drawing their swords.
Oh, since you're my barrier, Tarbu, you get a +2 to deflection AC.
That's good.
So that's those guys come out as a move action. Which means these 4 get to attack. So they draw their bows and they fire at Turvu.
Let's see. If 3 of them hit, I will deflect 1.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
That means you get a total of 3 damage as 2 arrows strike you coming down that hallway full of goblins.
Ouch.
You know, I'm going to remove all the goblins but 1 so that we can keep the initiative clean. I say, this will save time. Turvu.
Step back. Let's see, how many goblins are within 30 feet of me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I shall cast Blistering Invective.
Will you actually make a check this time?
Hopefully.
Once again, Turvu tries to be mean.
I
Will he
hope
succeed?
their hit dice and wisdom modifier isn't that high of a DC.
Yeah, well,
1d20 plus.
that does it.
Okay, all of them take 1d10 fire damage and must make a reflex save or be caught on fire.
So roll the 1d10, or roll the reflex saves.
Well, I'll take 3 fire damage. I'm pretty sure they all succeed. Let me just check that out. DC is 10 spell level and 10 plus spell level, so yeah, 10 plus spell level charisma. My charisma is 3, spell level 2.
Alright. Check this.
Yellow triangle guy's on fire.
And they're all demoralized.
Yeah.
They take a -2 to like everything.
Donatium.
You go check the dogs.
Okay. There's a burning goblin. There's a bunch of other people caught by the fire. What did you say to make them go all rawr? Ah, Will left. Okay.
It's a good thing to say. I don't know.
Alright, I'm back.
How I would insult 5 goblins at once.
Well, Donatium. Finally, Turvu has said something mean enough to catch the goblins on fire.
Let's say a 154.
154 is on fire and demoralized. All the rest are just demoralized.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they take a -2 to attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
Well, I'm gonna load my light crossbow and shoot a goblin 37.
Okay. They have cover from 154. Thunk. Twig hanging back.
Yep.
Okay. So, reflex save to not burn to death.
He's still on fire. There's just a burning goblin corpse in front of him.
Well, they all take a 5-foot step back because, holy shit, you caught them on fire. And they all, the ones with short swords, drop them, draw short bows.
Oh god.
They're like, nope, not getting close to this guy.
It's 2 hits. I will deflect 1.
Actually, that 24 should be a 22. And that 19 would be a 17.
So 1 hits, I'll deflect it.
Okay. I forgot about the first 4 had the -2s. And then this guy is like, I got to go, I got to go. And steps out here like, huh? Turfu.
I'm going to turn back to Tona TM and tell him, we're a bit too in the open here. Let's move. As I said, I will move into this room over here.
Tona TM.
Fine, if you insist. Now we cast the barrier.
So they aren't demoralized anymore. So they're going to hop over here, which he sees you and goes, ah, I have a chance to hit you. And the other ones, these guys come over here. These guys. Which means we're going to add these guys to initiative. They get ready. Turbo.
I will arcane strike attack 37.
That'll hit. That'll dead. So you keep doing what you're doing. On a team.
I guess I'll wand of magic missiles 253. Since I don't have the other ones in sight, I guess I'll just blast them all with the 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I do not like. I prefer the corridor over to this room, to be honest.
I don't like taking 5 ranged attacks at once.
Does 21 hit you?
Yes, it does.
This one hops around and stab. Oh, that's a crit threat. Does not confirm.
Yay, that's good.
For 4 damage.
Alright.
And then Lots of movement. That's not right. I apologize for how slowly this is going.
That's good. Choking on that.
So much motion is happening that it's lagging my server. Okay. Thurbu.
Arcane strike.
There's goblins coming from both sides now.
That's a
This
grim
is why I prefer the corridor. The hallway. Whatever you want to call it.
You're just calling him dead.
They have 5 hit points.
Okay. Yep. Literally can't do any less.
Okay. Time for you to continue doing your thing. Which in this case is that one. Donatium. They're coming from behind.
Dang it, dang it, dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here. So I am going to cast Burning Hands in this direction.
Okay. So let's see. First save, second save, third
The
save.
second. 2 of them save for half.
Okay.
But whoops. That didn't.
Not that it matters.
Whoosh.
You just toasty up some goblins back there.
Trig, protect the back.
We kept sending our poor little cat down to defend us.
When another goblin jumps over the fire.
Nope.
These two.
Because if it's Eternity and Shield, it doesn't hit.
And this one goes to there. This one charges towards the cat, shouting in common, "For Draxar!"
Nope.
Okay. And these guys.
Tia, we need to go. These bigger goblins are starting to get through.
Why are you talking to yourself?
It's the cat talking to Donatium.
Oh, I would hear it there then. We can speak no more animals.
Turvu.
Arcane strike.
That hits. So we can handle all of them this time. Donatium.
Yeah, this is probably the best time to use it. I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere right here.
Let me get our buddy from the Malachite Fortress.
Old Flamey.
Oh, good old Flamey.
Good old Flaming.
Boom.
Good old Flamey that killed that ogre.
So it's a reflex save, yes?
Yes.
So I need to find sneak. Sneak you have.
I think it
Pretty
was
good reflex
scary.
save.
It failed.
Sometimes you roll a 1.
13 fire damage.
He's still standing.
Hmm. They have more than 5 health.
Wait, he failed to save. So
Yeah.
why?
So he took 13, right?
Yeah.
He's still standing.
Goblin sneaks are tough.
Oh, I was aiming for the skirmisher 227.
Oh, okay. I thought you were hitting the sneak. Well, in that case, he's a toasty little poof no matter what. I'm not even going to bother rolling his save. He's dead. Okay.
We have protection.
Yeah. Another one jumps. Stabs.
No.
Oh, yeah, for Twig's action, Twig will take a 5-foot shift.
5-foot scurry back behind the pole.
Yep.
Okay. And then these. So the goblins sneak. Sees the fire and goes and backs the fuck up because he's not stupid. Likewise does this one in a more convoluted manner.
That's a very convoluted back the fuck up.
This one, however, that you cannot see yet, approaches to where he and Tonatium can see each other and says in common, "Your fire is weak, my fire is strong." Does 23 touch Tonatium?
Yes, it does.
As a bolt ray of fire comes out of his staff, hitting Tonatium square for 14 fire damage.
With my fire resistance, it will be 9 damage total. Oh, jeez.
And the rat charges straight at Twig. Rat versus cat.
Rat does not hit cat.
No. Rat no eat cat. Guru.
Okay, strike. I love that I can't do anything less than 5, so they instantly die.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is hit.
This one is
5 foot
finally
shift back.
able to move. And so begins Donatium.
Taru, we're being flanked by we're being flanked by a caster.
Then deal with it.
Let me deal with all your problems.
I
You're the one who
am
suggested
fire.
coming in here in the first place.
We're not start arguing like a married couple in the battle.
Anyway, wand of magic missile. 1 missile for the rat familiar, and 2 missiles for the adept.
Okay, so you're not going to do anything with that flaming sphere?
And not this turn.
Okay.
Oh, I can still move it. It has a move action.
Yeah.
I'll move it after I see the results. Missile.
Okay.
Rat. And adept.
The adept is standing still.
You shall move the spear, which is the adept.
Okay.
Possibly burning any of the boxes in the way.
That's actually a thing that will happen.
Oh, yeah,
What's in these
fire extinguisher,
boxes?
things on fire.
What is in these boxes? I ask as I look it up. Oh shit.
Oh no, did I cause another explosion?
Is it bombs?
How does 50 flasks of lamp oil sound?
Oh crap!
So, kaboom! Indeed. This entire room is now on fire.
Well, they're not coming from the back anymore.
So,
So additional to the 12 fire damage.
in addition to that, there's going to be so much for their fire strong.
I fire strong. Let's start again.
Oh yeah, if you have a spare moment from those goblins on your side, could you pass me up a little?
I don't know, depends.
Hyar! And you've left an opening. You fool.
I must unstop here.
Oh yeah, and then these guys get to move.
It's stirring, it's not just simply out of the frying pan and into the fire.
There's fire
It's-
back there.
It's into the fire, into the kitchen, into the gross, greasy kitchen floor.
You can hear some speaking in Goblin from the way. They are no longer in the combat. Turbo.
Back with you. One of Pure Light Wounds on Jonathan.
It's something.
You hear a chanting from afar. Iza Vayanerul, Iza Vajadrak, Thaija Vajanerul. Tonatium.
Ah. Say I can't double move the flames there, can I? No, I cannot. Don't think I can.
Nope.
Ah. Well, I won't do anything to the burning spear and. Oh, no, no. Shoot. Burning hands!
Okay. So, their reflex save is now this.
One failed.
Yep.
One big swallow, we gotta take half.
Not that it freaking matters. These last two march forward. Eyes just blood-stained. Muscles bulging. And 124 can get into a position to attack, so he does. Titanatium.
Does that make it? No, it does not. Thankfully, my ward is still up.
Caribou.
Arcane Strike. Oh, I actually missed.
This one walks into the room and goes, Shalavosta, Idemerul. then holds out its hands and shouts, "Burning hands!"
Ah, fuck.
Reflexes.
Reflex. That's my save. Let's Twigs be in there.
So, Twig and Mal save for half.
So I think nothing. Because I have evasion.
Ow!
15 fire. Or 13
Which is
fire.
8 fire.
13 fire, rather.
13 fire minus 5 fire resistance.
Is ouchie ouch. Tonatium.
8. Oh. It's starting to not look so good.
You're fine.
Says you, my barrier's down. Switch shift and barrier. And I will move the flying sphere if I can.
Yeah. Ah. It charges towards Tonatium in the most direct line it can.
Oh, come on.
Almost foaming at the mouth as this kind of blackness consumes this goblin's eyes and runs up its veins.
Nope.
Terrible.
Arcane strike. He is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Master, they are weakened. Come, says the goblin adept, as it draws a dagger and slits its own throat. Tonatium.
Ah, shit. Protection of Evil Camino. Trevor, you have 2 minutes of protection. I have 3.
I don't know what that does.
I guess I should go over this since I... Well, first, the subject gains 2 deflection bonus to AC and 2 resistance bonuses on save. These bonuses apply against attacks or effects created by evil creatures. Second, the subject immediately receives another saving throw, if one was allowed to begin with, against any spells or effects that possesses or exercise mind control over the creature.
Okay then.
This saving throw is made with a 2 morale bonus. While the effects of the spell, the target is immune to any new attempts to possess or exercise the mental control over the target. This spell does not expel a controlling life force such as a ghost or a spellcaster using Magic Jar, but does prevent them from controlling the target. And third, the spell prevents bodily contact by evil summoned creatures.
Turvu.
Alright. I will cast Cure Moderate Wounds on Tonatium.
Thank you, that helps a lot.
Tonatium. What do you do, Tonatium?
No, that's... sorry, my turn.
Yes.
Let's... Up at this point, I think the Flaming Spear is gone.
Okay. Get into the wall. We'll call you later if we need you.
That's right, should we get out of here? Or more come?
There's only one way to get out.
Go on, Twig. Oh yeah, Twig also needs to pick me up.
Did Twig get hurt at all?
His twig took half for him from the fire, flaming hands.
You should stop putting your familiar in hard one's way.
Anyway, my turn ends.
Turvu.
I will use a wand of cure light wounds on myself.
Okay. Anything else? Tonatium. Okay. Are you going to go all the way upstairs?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. I'm going to move you into the wall for now.
I thought that's where we were going. I thought we needed to retreat.
I have used 2 spells so far.
Well, if you're so confident, fine. I'll stick down here just to be safe, by the stairs. There it is. I can see it from the corner of my eye.
Fool. You are not the powerful one. Two. Turvu. It's right there.
I will use cure light wounds on him with my wand.
Okay. Make a touch attack. That will touch for half damage. Tonatium.
I quit. No, I'm gonna have to move. Yeah. I do not have line of sight into him, do I? No, I do. That's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity, isn't it?
It may.
I attempt to use Wand of Magic Missile.
That does provoke an attack of opportunity. Does 23 hit you?
It hits.
You will take 8 damage. And 1 negative level.
Yeah, he's not a summoned creature, is he? No.
No.
Oh yeah, and do I need my concentration checks with wands?
Yes, you.
Yes, you do. You just peeked around the corner and he slapped you with a claw, draining out part of your life force.
Okay,
Slap your fish.
3. Five.
You succeed.
So you still get your magic missiles off.
Pew pew.
It hits. And he starts laughing. They will hear, they are here. They will leave you alive for me. As he transforms into a bat and starts flying away. You may want to hold off on a attack of opportunity.
I will.
I will.
Oh shit. As out of the ground, they come.
Oh god, it's a rat swarm. Oh god, it's 2 rat swarms. 3. Oh god. Jesus, Kit. Jesus.
I rolled 7.
We are gonna die.
As just rats everywhere come roiling up out of the ground. Turvu.
I don't think they can blistering infective, can I?
Is it AoE?
It's AoE, but I don't think you can demoralize animals. Or
You can still hurt them.
I have to demoralize them for them to take damage.
Yeah.
They have intelligence too. They can be demoralized.
Cool, I'll die at them. Blistering invective.
Okay. Please roll to confirm your magical crit.
Okay.
Please give me the 1d10,000.
Okay.
Oh god, what's gonna happen?
I'm yelling at a bunch of rats and they're getting really, really, really demoralized.
All creatures currently awake in vicinity. Oh, that's the wrong one. All creatures smaller than medium size within 60 yards are held.
So that's all of the rats.
So not only do you shout, the magical fire forms thousands of little chains, pinning all of these little rats to the ground.
Oh no, Twig!
Twig is pinned to you.
Yeah, but he's not hurt at least if he didn't get targeted by the spell. They all take 6 damage.
Yeah.
And they're held down, so that means they can't reflex save and not catch on fire, right?
Sure. It also means, Tonatium, they can't do attacks against you. Unfortunately, they're all on fire, so you'd have trouble walking up the stairs.
Well, I can handle a bit of fire. What about you, Turbu? Let's get out of here. Unless you insist on fighting him.
Oh my gosh, that's right. He's a bat right now.
Oh, that means he's also
And
pinned.
he's in range. Well, what is his thing? Does my thing hit him as well?
Yes.
So he takes the damage too.
Which means he immediately turns into a cloud of smoke.
Because of course he does.
Oh, he's dead. That means he's dead. For now. So we have to go and find his body.
So, Tonatium, are you going to do anything?
Well, what's our next step of plan, Turbu? We're gonna chop like fire now.
Okay. So none of them are going to be able to save, so they're all going to take the damage, which means all of these rats that he summoned to his aid.
I just yell and insult and murder them.
Yeah, literally. He goes, ha ha ha, my children will feast, but they will leave you alive. And then, like, millions of rats boil up from your floorboard, and you're like, hey, rats, fuck you. And they all catch on fire and burn. And you thought you were going to die horribly.
I mean, it certainly beats my original plan of just casting color spray on these things.
Isolated itself so powerful, they all died.
So yeah, he's gonna move down there. Turvu, do you intend to go after it after the cloud?
Yeah.
The cloud
So
went
that-
in that way.
So this way's on fire still, right?
Yes.
And these rats are on fire still.
Yes.
And
Everything is on fire.
I mean, we have fire resistance.
This seems like the safest route to take.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run through them.
So I'm going to end initiative. Because going that route, you will not catch him before he ends up back in his coffin. So yeah.
Okay, I have fire resistance 5. Okay, Twig, I'm gonna put you in my jacket so you probably don't catch on fire.
You'll take 1 point of fire damage as you run across.
Oh.
Unless you make a reflex save.
Let's see.
You take no fire damage as you go across. And I'm going to more explicitly indicate the situation here.
There's fire everywhere.
Let's hurry up and stab him with the coffin.
Stab him with a coffin?
Or stab him, I don't know, are we supposed to stab him through the coffin, or...
There's a
You open
coffin
it,
stab
stab
him
him?
apart.
I sure hope there was nothing valuable on any of those goblins.
Oh yeah, ears. Oh no! I knew this was going to be the end, so I would have just stayed at home.
Okay then, let's see it moving.
So you can see off to the left there, area 90, which is, well, in this open room, there's a foul stench that taints the air. And you can see pallets lying strewn on the floor amidst small heaps of bone and offal.
Gross.
Hallway goes up and over.
Before you move any further, cured blight wounds on Tone TM. Cured
Thank
blight
you.
wounds on Cat.
The cat appreciates this.
Okay.
No, it's me.
Stop.
Stop.
Uh-oh.
When you step here, the ones that were here and heard you coming get their prepared actions.
I don't have my ward. Sorry.
You catching? Can you catch arrows when you're flat-footed?
I cannot. I can only catch arrows if I'm aware of the attack.
So one arrow hits you for 3 damage.
Oh, well, no.
What did Lobo do now? Did Lobo shoot an arrow?
He's barking at something.
Maybe it's a goblin snake.
Oh no, he's barking at Zen.
Okay, I have my initiatives for them.
So
Turvu.
I go. Yeah. Arcane Strike 194.
That hits. Donatium.
Go over here and put up the ward.
Okay. They drop their crossbows, take 5 footsteps up, drawing their short swords, and all attack Turvu. They flank now.
I have a barrier.
No, that hit.
To Turvu's joy.
5-foot shift back. Arcane strike throw at 194. Quick threat.
Confirmation.
So it would be, what is my crit range of? Times 3. It's 3d4 plus 9 plus 3 plus 3. 23 damage.
Thunk. Dead. Donatium.
If I could see if I don't have line of sight on either of them, damn it.
Sneaks. The
I'll take a
sneaks.
spread action. If I see one of them goblins, I'm going to magic wand them. Magic missile them.
Okay. Well, the sneaks don't know that as they look at each other, and this one attempts to run along the wall above Turvu, failing and provoking an attack of opportunity as he lands in the square prone.
I will take it.
Can I blast him? I do see him.
Yep.
I crit fails.
Well,
Oh,
Ra-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Crits, and you roll the lowest possible one.
You provoke an attack of opportunity from all adjacent opponents.
So, that one.
They don't flank you anymore. So, you're not super in danger.
Nope.
And 172 gets his normal attack against you,
Yay, yes.
including the barrier.
Barrier would make my AC 18.
Okay, in that case, it does hit for only 4 damage, because no sneak attack damage.
Yay, no sneak attack damage.
Turvu.
Arcane strike 107.
Okay.
Crit threat.
Wow,
Does not wait, no. He's flat-footed and prone, so it does confirm.
Your dice have no chill today.
My dice have no chill.
Donatium.
Well, I'm gonna hold my action. If I see a goblin, I'm gonna spell him. Magic missile him, I mean.
I'm going to take a quick look here at information that the goblin knows that the GM doesn't. The goblin sneak attempts to tumble back through that door, succeeding. Leaving these doors open. And does something else as a move action. Turvu.
I'm gonna take a step forward and pick up my star knives.
Okay. You can see Goblin Sneak 172 holding something in a hand. Something long and red with a fuse. So,
is it still my turn? If
yeah.
move action pick something up?
yeah. You have a standard action.
How far away is he? He's 25 feet away. Alright, I'm gonna throw my star knife at him.
Okay.
With an arcane strike. That's a good threat.
Does not confirm.
Sadly. plus 3 plus 1 plus 4.
So, Donatium is not aware of this.
I think I'll just stay here. He looks like he got it. He's still within my barrier. Drink is still changed to me, I think.
Okay. So... he, as a move action, lights that thing. And throws it directly at Turvu.
Wait, could you? Could you?
Yes, I can, if you're asking that question. Snatch throwback?
So you snatch this lit stick.
Yes, and I immediately can throw it back at him.
Yes. And it flies back and lands at his feet as he looks up and goes, ugh zug. He's still standing.
Yeah, okay, so it's more like the thing in cartoons in which like it blows up in your face, but the worst that happens is you're covered in soot.
As there's a loud boom and sparks and flashing lights all over. It was a firework.
Firework. Okay. It was a firework.
Third.
I think it was.
I'm going to get a bit closer and throw my star knife at him with Arcane Strike.
Okay. Where you now stand has 4 mangy pallets.
I miss.
You miss. Donatium.
Okay. Coming in here, spelling him. Pew pew.
That certainly overcomes his 1 hit point. But da 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 da.
I'm gonna hurry before Rebecca revives.
I'm going to pick up my star knives.
Okay.
I'm going to check his body. What do you have on him?
So he has upon him a short sword, a light crossbow, 8 bolts, 6 gold, and 8 silver.
Okay.
Those are small size, aren't they?
Yes.
I'll pick up the bolts.
Actually, the bolts are normal size. The crossbow is small.
Okay. How many bolts?
8.
8. Oh.
Who was asking that? I'm sorry.
I was asking for the bolt size.
Okay. This one here has 8 bolts.
Mm-hmm.
No one has searched the other ones yet.
No.
Okay.
I'll pick up the bolts and hand them in down, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll give him the 3 of the gold and 8 of the silver.
Okay.
Or 4 of the silver, I mean.
Okay.
Take up the half.
Are you going to search the others at all? Or anything else?
No. I want to prioritize getting to the Batman.
I should let you know that this room you're standing in now, Mal, that Tervu's in, has a stone cauldron in one corner of the room that's bubbling with some sort of liquid within it. There's a shelf alongside that that's covered in vials and flasks and jugs, and has 2 little red sticks.
I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Well, one of them went boom, didn't it?
Oh, there's like 2 more of the fireworks.
Yep. Those fireworks deal 1d8 fire damage and explode as a thunderstone.
I will pick them up.
Okay.
Detect magic.
You detect magic radiating from one of the clay flasks.
I'll check.
That there is a potion of sea invisibility.
That sounds useful.
So are you going to head onward?
Yep.
That seems like a wonderful thing to do next time.
Yes, after we're done with Bugbear Vampire.
I'm just going to take a screenshot here of how on fire everything is.
I can already tell you my favorite part of this session, Kit.
You set all those swarms on fire.
I like every rat on fire.
Yes. At first I was like, oh, they're going to run away and we're going to have this chase and this beautiful little fight through the streets of Cauldron with these swarms of rats. And then you're like, fire.
And I'm like, hey, rats, your mom's ugly. And they're like, oh no, dead.
Oh yeah, the crit spell. It just chained them to the ground as they hopelessly burned their lives away.
That's some Black Clover shit right there.
Oh.
I did a fire binding spell.
It also got rid of the vampire for now, so
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah, it killed the vampire. That was hilarious.
That, and to think, for like the last 2 or 3 weeks where we waited for this session to roll around, you were terrified you were going to die horribly.
Not from this part right here, but from the fact that I was all alone at one part.
Yeah, but somehow you managed to survive that.
Somehow he managed to
So
not
sick.
see you. Yeah.
Trinity is just going to itself, never punished.
Yeah. Everyone made all
I
their
also-
saves.
I also love that literally no one can use alchemical weapons against me. Oh, my favorite promise you. Okay.
Hot potato.
Oh, you dropped this, have it back.
I was looking at that, and the second you said that, I went, oh shit, that's right. And he doesn't know it.
Snatcher is amazing.
So what was your least favorite part of the session?
The fact that innocent women got beaten up.
I'm sorry?
The fact that innocent women got beaten up. And no my doors burned down.
She didn't get beaten up.
Oh.
I like the hip stabbed her and it made her fall unconscious for some reason.
Well, she's allowed to make one non-strenuous move or standard action. She made 2. And I went ahead and didn't roll the dice to be all dramatic.
Yeah, like poor door. I'm gonna have to get that fixed. What's worse is that because of all the goblins on fire, you can't cash in those to help fix the door.
Here's right here. There's the goblin sneaks ears.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. Let's just let's just cut those 3 up and get 6 ears out of that.
Don't worry. You have plenty of opportunities. I'm still running the map tool on stream, so people watching on stream, if there are any, I don't have chat open, so I have no clue. Anyone who is watching on the stream, though, can see you have plenty of opportunities.
Sadly, I'm out of blistering effectives.
They've actually been working for once.
Yeah. Realizations.
That spray, you won't need them again right away. I mean, they still got a color spray on me. But no more fire shenanigans coming from me.
Or me, exactly.
Well, I guess that's that. So, I think episode title when I export is Everything's on Fire.
No. The title should be Sick Burn.
Fuck you, I love it.
That's a good. That's a really good one.
Sick Burn.
And I think next time we're going to be introducing a new type of goblin.
Oh no.
So, next time on Shackled City, Drakthar's Way. Predating by Drakthar's Hammer.
Oh, I found the flaming sphere.
Oh yeah, that guy we still haven't fought him yet. He generated the spoiler image twice.
Yeah.
Goblins! No! They're not cute and I don't know, so random like they are in Pathfinder.
Yeah. I definitely know that I am probably going to prioritize raising my intimidate skill for more bolstering effectives.
They can be pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yes, should we get our XP right away or?
Oh god, that's right. Change to token.
Oh yeah, that's why I have a negative level. I should get that fixed.
So I'm going to just sort everything here so I can count. This will take me a moment.
Wand does not require an attack roll.
So you guys are not involved in this. You guys were already dead. So you don't count.
Luckily, that negative level doesn't affect your wand because it's the wand's caster level, not yours.
You guys are included in the experience of the adepts.
Oh yeah, that spear, the correct flamboyant.
You guys were from the previous session too, so you can get out of here. And then you guys are from this session. So I'm going to give you 2 screenshots in the Black Void, just for comparison. And then I'm going to calculate your XP.
You need a chill touch for this damage you've caused.
So, inside the blue box is what you killed last session that gave you a super hard time. Inside the purple box is what you killed this session almost effortless. Okay. Purple doesn't show up. Green box. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
To be fair, blue box was when you were really low on spell slot. Green box is full spell slot.
So you don't get any XP from the rat swarms because they count as a Drakthar ability.
Shame.
Yeah.
So there's 3 sneaks, 2 adepts, plus 4, 8, 12, 16 skirmishers. For 2,480 XP.
Nice. Next level would be
50,000.
Yeah, 15,000. Not there yet, but we are getting close.
Yep, that much closer.
You are getting somewhat close. One wonders whether or not you will level up right when you finish this particular thing like you're intended to. There's only 2 of you, so you're going to level up sooner.
Yep.
I love how glass cannon Drakthar is. You like punch him and he collapses.
I thought he'd be a lot tankier.
He's tanky in the sense that not a lot hits him, but he has a very low HP.
Yeah.
He has low HP, not a lot hits him, but unfortunately for him, I have a wand of cure. I have a wand.
One magic missile. And I have my cure light wound one, so I can kind of hit him.
And you keep knocking him down before his absurd fast healing can take effect. And he doesn't have spell resistance. I don't know if that's an oversight or a conscious choice in this conversion to keep him from wrecking the party, but yeah.
I also do have a thing that... No, wait, that would be only for abjuring.
Still, next time, the timer's on. 1 hour to find him before he awakens anew.
No, I have to beat him up again. God, what an asshole.
How many charges do you have left on that wand?
If I'm lucky enough.
You have been keeping track, right?
I have been keeping track. I'm at 27.
Look on the bright side, Antonio. I highly doubt he's going to survive my 43 cured light wounds I have.
You gotta work fast, though.
Yeah. And you assume
Antonio,
that
when we get a lot
he's
of gold,
alone.
I have... what are you guys get?
You assume that he doesn't have guardians.
So Antonio, I have the brilliant idea. When I'm getting the gold, me and you are making me a wand of blistering invective. I went 50 casts of blistering invective instead of 3.
Sure, I'll give you another spoiler image for next time. That may not be for next time, depending on how you do.
What is
The
that?
campaign's not gonna end by you destroying the world the way you think it's gonna destroy it. You're just gonna blister infect everyone.
The stream's gonna yell at people and they're gonna die.
And you're just gonna, at one point, be so angry you're gonna scream and ignite the entire world.
There's only 30 feet.
Oh, that's right. We're in a volcano. That's how you're gonna start igniting it.
I'm gonna yell at the volcano.
You're gonna yell at the volcano. Hey, I heard it's stealing so badly. It erupts.
If you spend the next week thinking about the consequences of setting a raging inferno in that room.
You mean other than the loss of goblin ears?
I need to try to decide whether or not the dungeon can structurally withstand that, or if we're looking at a big collapse.
That's nuggets.
I hope it's not a big collapse. I mean, it's just fire, and the dungeon's made of stone.
Yeah, it's not like wood fires can burn hotter than jet fuel.
You know what I mean? Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Yes, but office paper fires can. And you don't need to melt steel beams to compromise their structural integrity.
So at least this room would collapse. Probably this room. But right here would be fine. It's just burning corpses, not burning wood.
What's burning corpses?
Okay, but the real question is, can rats melt steel beams?
Rats, not scorpions.
Yes, that's what caused 9/11. All the rats in the World Trade Center. Totally.
And I gotta leave before I say anything else.
For context, none of us are truthers. In fact, one of my favorite books outlines the particular clusterfuck that the FBI and CIA had in counterterrorism during the 1990s that eventually led to the CIA having all of the information necessary to stop the attacks prior to happening, but not taking any of it seriously because it came from the FBI. And the FBI did not have the vital components to figure out who it was that they needed to stop. Yay! FBI-CIA rivalry caused 9/11. Or at the very least very least stopped their capacity to prevent it. Yay!
Yay! Think?
It's not a yay.
No yay.
No yay.
No yay.
Moral of the story is don't be a dick to like people in other departments because they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
A lesson that they haven't learned yet, as far as I can tell.
That's the moral of that story. Moral of Shackled City: if attacked by 7 rat swarms, yell at their mother.
Yes. If ever attacked by literally hundreds of thousands of rabid rats in the thrall of a vampire lord, call them motherfuckers and they'll ignite on fire and burn to death.
Let's see if they work on feral hogs.
Yes, it will. It will work on 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Bye.